Hi guys, today we're going to look at 5 steps in manifesting money, success, and your dream career. Now a bit of a backstory about me since this is a new channel. I'm already a YouTuber, I run different channels, and I quit my job around May last year. Now, it was a big risk, and a lot of people said to me, well, how are you going to quit your job to become a full-time YouTuber? How are you going to do it? And honestly, you guys, I really did struggle in the first 2 months. But what I've learned a lot about that time period is exactly how you can manifest your dream reality, money, success, and everything you want based on the law of attraction, but more so based on your energy. If you guys think about it, everyone is energy. Everything you achieve in your life is a reflection of you. So people, circumstances, your job, money is a reflection of you. So it is you pushed out. So many times people are miserable in their 9-to-5 jobs. I know I was. I did not enjoy my 9-to-5 job. I didn't like having a boss. I didn't like any of that stuff. And growing up, I was conditioned, like many of us are, that you go to university, you get a 9-to-5 job, you earn a stable salary, job security, medical benefits, all that sort of thing. But really, I started questioning reality. I was like, is this really the life I want? To be in this rat race, in this corporate climbing ladder, not making as much money as I wanted to, knowing there's a glass ceiling, and also the fact that you have to work a certain number of years to be able to even get to a salary you want to. All of that I questioned during the lockdown, and it got me thinking. And in that period, the transformations I saw were incredible. So in this video, I want to share that story, and everything on this channel is going to be about the law of attraction, manifestation, because it is the law. A lot of people question the law of attraction and energies, but quantum physics has proven it today. The thing is, science can only prove the physical realms. Doesn't mean that what we haven't seen is not tangible. Just because science can't prove it doesn't mean it's not the law. The universe is so infinite. There are so many possibilities out there. So to think that something doesn't exist just because science hasn't proven it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Well, I've seen patterns in my life, and a lot of what I've wanted to manifest pretty much has, and it's still a work in progress. But definitely when it comes to my dream career, that has happened. So I want to show you guys the 5 steps I took, not only to become financially free, but also free to do what I love, earn a lot more than I did in my old job, be able to be independent, be able to be doing what I love, that no one thought I could monetize the way I did in the time period I did. Now, number 1, I started being the version of me that I wanted to be. So I remember in lockdown, I would sit there watching YouTube videos, seeing all these YouTubers in the financial industry making videos, making a lot of money. And I was thinking, I'm sitting here in my 9-to-5 job having to deliver an Excel PowerPoint that, by the way, bored the living life out of me to my boss at a specific time, only for what? To work all those hours for me to get what? My monthly paycheck, for me to get the same income every month despite the effort I put in. I wasn't even incentivized. So that's when I took the decision and I said, you know what? I love talking. I like expressing my opinions. I like talking and teaching people things. And the things I was passionate about were 2 things: finance, the stock markets, crypto, and law of attraction. Hence why this new channel. So what I ended up doing is I started making videos. The problem is I was making videos alongside my job. I was posting once a month, once every 2 weeks. It was very sporadic. But then I made the decision that if I really want this life, I have to be it. The law of attraction says that you attract what you are. So if you are projecting you're a full-time YouTuber, or you are projecting a specific person you are, you'll get that. So for the longest time, I saw myself as a 9-to-5 job goer. Then I started saying, well, I want to be a YouTuber and I want this to be my source of financial income. So what I did was I made a huge decision. I made the decision to quit my job with no income coming in from YouTube, by the way, at this point, 0, literally, with no security. And I told myself, and actually everyone thought I was absolutely crazy, I said, no, I'm not applying for jobs. And what ended up happening is I made a commitment. Every day I took action which also your action, if you take action, it bridges you to the reality you want. A lot of people in law of attraction say don't take action. You got to take action, because that helps you bridge, and it also makes you believe that you are at least working in the direction of your vision. So you're more aligned with that version of yourself that will be there in the future, and you're bridging that to the now. So when I took the action, I decided to make videos 5 to 6 times a week on different stocks, and I had zero expectation of whether those videos would do well or not do well. And then, you guys, 3 to 3.5 months went by, and I was being that YouTube version, yet I was seeing no income. I was worried, but at the same time, I was like, no, I want that. If other people have done it, I want to be that. And the law of attraction works every time. So 3 to 4 months went by. I didn't make any income. And then I said to my family, I said, I've got to be patient. Everyone was sort of worried, will you be able to be independent? Will you do what you're doing? Did you study all those years to throw it out the window? Well, I thought, no, I've got to keep patient. It was hard. But I said, the more I plunge into the unknown, the more maybe something can happen. The universe could bring it to me. Every day I made those videos. And you know what happened? I said to my family a month before I started becoming monetized, I said, there are other YouTubers I used to watch in lockdown, and they got hired by channels, they're earning long-term contracts, and it's for minimal work compared to a 9-to-5 job, and they have a whole full-fledged business model. And this was a month, by the way, that I said this when I was way earlier in my YouTube journey. I wasn't monetized. I didn't even know half the time what I was doing. And I said that. About 2 months after, I was on holiday, just enjoying life. If anyone asked, I'm a YouTuber. They're like, do you earn from it? I was like, no, not right now. I got a call from the YouTube channel that I mentioned to my family that these YouTubers I've watched have been hired by such channels. And it was the exact channel I mentioned. And I got a message from one of the YouTubers that was one of my role models in the financial world. And she reached out to me and she said, well, we would love to hire you to work on a part-time basis. And since then, my mind believed it. I was a YouTuber, and I got an avalanche of sponsorships, deals, and my channel grew. And that's when I bridged my old reality and I programmed myself to believe that I am a YouTuber. So the best way to change your belief system is by taking action to be that version of you that you want to be. This applies to manifesting love, success, money, whatever you want. Be what that future version of you would be. If you want a loving relationship, be what that person would be. You wouldn't be needy. You wouldn't be chasing it. If you want to run a successful business, you're not going to be in the headspace that you're in a 9-to-5 job. You need to bridge that reality. So the first thing is to be. The second way of being successful and manifesting your dream career is passion. Now, hear me out. I know it sounds wishy-washy. Oh, do something you're passionate about. You'll never work a day in your life. Now, yes, that's true. Although personally, I think even when you're doing something you're passionate about, you do tend to work, but it tends to be work you want to do. Now, the reason I say passion is because when you are looking at the law of attraction, for me, when I was doing what I wasn't passionate about, I was not attracting better circumstances. I was not attracting wanting to do the work. I was attracting the same story, jobs, internships, financial jobs I didn't necessarily like. Now, what does that tell you about my energy that I'm radiating? I'm miserable in my job. I'm not happy with what I'm doing. I'm not motivated. I have no incentive to do any more. Where's my mindset at? It's from a place of lack. It's from a negative emotion, and your emotions build your vibration and who you are and what you necessarily attract. If you've noticed in life, when have you thrived? I have never thrived when I've done something I hated. In fact, everyone could feel that. Everyone knew she's not doing something she likes. They weren't even willing to give me the promotions, the things that I knew I was capable of if I actually put in the effort because I'm passionate about it. Whereas I was passionate about creating videos, creating content, sharing my information and my opinions on finance, on the stock markets, on cryptos. And that's how I knew it was my passion, because I was happy doing it. So I attracted more circumstances, opportunities that made me happy. The amount I saw in the last 3-4 months of doing what I'm passionate about, I had not seen in years of me doing a career in a 9-to-5 job in finance, working the corporate life. I never saw it. I never saw those opportunities. Whereas when I did what I was passionate about, I was getting emails left, right, and center saying, would you like to make a video on this stock? And I had the choice to choose to talk about what I wanted to because I was passionate about it. Now, the problem with reality is so many people think that you have to do what you're told to do in society. There is this notion that you can't make money from doing what you're passionate about. A lot of think of that notion of struggling artists or struggling content creators, that sort of thing. Yes, there are periods of struggle. That's the transitioning period. So that's where you're bridging your existing reality. So that's where you're bridging your existing reality. So you're transitioning from your existing reality. So that of a 9-to-5 job goer, miserable job, going to work, commuting to work every morning, not happy with what you're doing, don't even understand you're doing what you're doing, for why, and what purpose. So there's that reality. Now, when you take the action and you do what you're passionate about, you're bridging the energy dynamics to the version of you that is successful, doing what they love. Because in society, the average person, I could be wrong, is not necessarily doing a job because they want to do the job. They're doing it because of the paycheck. And then you look around you, you go on YouTube, you watch movies, you see actors, singers, business owners doing what they are passionate about. But for some reason, you think that cannot be you. Because you have a conditioning that, oh, that can't be me. That's not possible. Because of society, perhaps your family, your upbringing, the teachings you've seen growing up, and also maybe what your friends are doing. Because society doesn't want you to do what you want, because that's how the way the world works. That's because that's how society works. That's why you see so much of wealth concentrated in such few people, because it's built that way. It's built that way because those people understand the law of attraction. They understand that we cannot go through the conditioning of society. The concept of living a mediocre life comes from mediocre energy. People just accepting that that's reality, not thinking there's something that they can do that they're passionate about, that they can pay their bills with. But in actual fact, you can. That's how the other people have done it. They've broken out of the stereotype and what has been expected on them. Now, there can be tension, and tension sounds negative from a law of attraction perspective, but tension can be very good, you guys. I saw tension. When I quit my job, yes, I was nervous. But I kept my predominant energy in the future, knowing that what I'm doing will be worthwhile if I put in the work, the passion now. And your passion is such a high vibration. You're feeling good. Think about when you do a hobby. You feel great. You love what you're doing. You're thriving. But most people reserve that for weekend activities after their 9-to-5. If you think about it, your 9-to-5 takes up most of your week. Most people don't even really work 9-to-5, especially if they're in corporate. They're probably working more like 8-to-8. And if you're in investment banking, which I have done that in my life, and then the hours are just absolutely crazy. But you're not really passionate. You're miserable because you know you're going to get a specific salary. But is that really job security? A lot of people think that if you're doing what you're passionate about, you don't get job security. Oh, you absolutely can do if you are following the law of attraction. And by that, it's more the law of vibration. If you are doing what you're loving, that's when you attract circumstances and situations in your life. Now, if you go back to what I just said about how there's a conditioning in society that passion doesn't bring income, that's a belief system. That's a collective belief system that the society has. That doesn't mean it's true, because people have done it. I have seen myself do it, and there's a long way for me to go in my career, but I've seen myself break out of that and more than make what I did in my old 9-to-5 job, way more than that. And I realized you need to question your belief system, the society's belief system, and change that. Rewire it. Make it a new story that what you want to do can be something you're passionate about. That we're in the internet generation. There is opportunities everywhere. There's podcasts, there's YouTube, there's online businesses. There are people becoming millionaires overnight. And genuinely, if you see yourself as stuck, then you will be stuck. So change your story. Do what you're passionate about. Trust me, it's scary at first, which brings me on to number 3, which is taking risks. Now, it sounds cliche and you think, oh gosh, from a law of attraction perspective, how do I take the risk? How do I step out of my current situation and not be scared? Because being scared is a low vibration energy. But the thing is, when you take risks, You're stepping out of your comfort zone. So if you imagine your comfort zone is a little circle, this is mine, well, was mine, let's make this small. You have a small comfort zone and you want a new reality. Now, when you step out of your comfort zone, you see uncertainty. But that uncertainty eventually subsides because you're dipping out. You're habitualizing to that uncertainty to the point where you're actually starting to feel more certain, or you're okay with that uncertainty. Does that make sense? So when you step out of your comfort zone, at first it's daunting, but eventually you're no longer scared. You almost are okay with embracing that uncertainty because you've already taken the first step. You've stepped out, you've taken the plunge. So what you're doing is expanding into the unknown and expanding your comfort zone. So your comfort zone circle was here. It was a small little circle. Now that you've taken the step outside of it, you've habitualized to that uncertainty. You get more used to it. That's when your comfort zone becomes a bigger circle. And when you're in a bigger comfort zone circle, you have more opportunities and possibilities come to you. So small comfort zone, smaller opportunities, smaller possibilities. You don't get the ones out there that you want. Stepping out, taking the risk, expands it and more opportunities come your way. That's exactly what I saw. I'm not just telling you guys wishy-washy stuff. I'm telling you what I have done and it literally has worked for me. I had a 9-to-5 job. I quit. I wasn't making any money on YouTube. I kept going. I took risks. I started making videos, ones I was nervous to make. Even this channel, I put this channel off for ages. I thought, what will people think of me? Then I thought, who gives? Who gives? My comfort zone gotta expand. So that's number 3. Number 4, you've probably read this online, but I want to explain this to you from a law of attraction perspective. And that is to mimic, research, and emulate other people that are doing what you want. Now, I know you've heard this one, but the reason I say this is this. The more you research normal people who are living the reality you want, the more you will feel that if that person can do it, I can. You're changing your belief system. You are believing that you can do what they've done because they came from a normal reality. Perhaps they came from a 9-to-5 job. For example, when I wanted to become a YouTuber, I spent months researching it. I spent months watching so many different channels of how much I made on YouTube this year, how much my small finance channel made on YouTube, how I live the life of my dreams as a YouTuber, what my day-to-day routine is like as a YouTuber. And I also watched a lot of videos on how to grow on YouTube, how to be a YouTuber, what the business model is, how you get money from sponsorships, from talking about things you're passionate about, affiliate marketing, how to edit. I did the whole research. And you know what happened? Unbelievable. The people I used to watch videos of, those same people with hundreds of thousands of subscribers, I now work with them. Some of the opportunities and companies I work for, I have worked with these same people. So the thing is, I did the research. I believed that if they are doing it, I can do it. So where does that bring my energy? That brings my energy with possibility. I think it's possible. I'm telling myself a story. I'm not telling myself, oh, they did it and I can't do it, or, oh, this person got lucky. It's not lucky. It really isn't. It's about your energy, your belief systems, and your actions. And remember, your actions bridge you to that new reality. And number 5 is probably one of the most important one, and probably the one you need to do the most. And that is to let go. A lot of law of attraction teachers talk about this, but a lot don't. And the reason they don't is because there's this belief that thoughts become things. Wanting, you have to have this desire, this burning desire that I really, really want it. Let me give you an example. When you really, really, really wanted a job, you're waiting for a response. You're like, I want this job and my life is over and I will never get an opportunity better than this, blah, 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 blah. The things we tell ourselves. I know I've been there. Well, did you get that job when you were like that? Well, congratulations if you did, but most of us don't get it when we're in that place, because when you're wanting, you come from a place of lack. You don't already have it. You're not vibrating that thing that you already want. You are not that. You are not being that, which was number 1, by the way. You are not being that. You are lacking that. You're almost putting yourself further away. It's the same in relationships. I want that person, and then they pull away. Oh, see how that works? Well, it's nothing to do with circumstances, really. It's to do with your energy. So the way to combat this is by letting go. And letting go, a lot of people say, what do you mean by letting go? I remember for the longest time, I didn't realize that the thing I wasn't doing was letting go. Letting go is not forcing the outcome. When I went on YouTube, I was not thinking I'm going to be making so much money and I'm going to be living the best life. I was thinking, I don't know what I'm going to be. I don't know where this will go, but I'm loving what I'm doing. I'm following the steps, the business model that I've seen others do, and I'm taking the action steps towards it. I don't know what will happen. And what's the worst that can happen? You can reapply for another job. Something else can come your way. Now, the thing is, human beings like to control, manipulate, and try to make a situation happen the way they want it to. Be that in a relationship, be that in your job, your dream career, your business, how much money you want, success, whatever you want. But if you let go of belief systems, wanting validation from people, wanting money, chasing money, then you are not having it. You're not coming from a vibration of having it. And how many times when you seek validation from someone, or you want someone to call you, or you want this job so badly, when does it actually come to you? It comes to you when you're not really thinking about it, or you're chilling. You are like, I want the job, but it'd be okay if I don't get it. That's when you get the call. You're probably at a place where you're watching a movie, you're out and about, you're having fun, you've forgotten all about that job or that person or whatever it is you want, and boom, you get the text, the job offer, the message from the person, whatever it is you're trying to manifest. And that's because your energy is not needing. So it's not coming from lack. It's not pushing the thing you want away. Whereas when you're coming from a letting go perspective, you're just like, I'm good, whatever happens. The universe has a plan. Just live, have fun, and that's when it comes. So when I think about the times I was trying to want something, trying, I really want this job, I want to be this YouTuber, I want these views, it didn't come. But the minute I just started making videos because I was passionate about stocks and cryptocurrencies, and now law of attraction, it is what it is. I'm just enjoying what I'm doing. And then it becomes a flow. And then your energy is no longer resisting the thing you want. And the irony is, that's when that thing you want comes to you. So that job, the money, the person, the relationship, whatever it is you want. So there's a paradox there that you need to bear in mind. A lot of people try to control. They try to get attached. They try to manipulate, thinking the more I try to check my phone to see if I've got that email about a job application, the more I am likely to get it. That's not the case. We think doing that will get us more likely to having it, but actually it does the opposite. Just take your life, just reflect back. When have you received things you've wanted? Yes, you've had a desire, an intent, but that desperation, that desperate, I need this job, you may not necessarily have had. Well, I never did. And that's when it came to me. So that is number 5, and that is to let go. I'm going to make a separate video on this. So yeah, first video on the channel. And a lot of YouTube channels that start new, generally you have like janky videos where the quality's not great, not that. You guys need to know my background. I am now a YouTuber. I film other channels. I film stocks, cryptos. So yeah, that is my full-time job. So that's probably why the video quality is pretty all right. So, and if you guys like this video, smash that thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts. Give me your perspectives. Even tell me stories. I'd love to hear when different people have manifested and can recognize the energy and the vibration they were in when they got what they wanted, and also when they repelled what they wanted. So leave your thoughts, your stories in the comments below. I love to hear from you guys. And guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.